I'm Cecilia Peterson. I'm the Digital Projects Archivist at the Center for Folk Life and Cultural Heritage. Over the next couple of days, me, my sister Anita, and my best friend Kat are going to be making a dish called pastel de pollo. It's a Cuban chicken pie. The recipe comes by way of my abuela, pictured here, and transcribed by my mom, who put this cookbook together of all her recipes.
All right, thanks, Mom. Love you.
It's a dish that I grew up eating. I didn't grow up loving it because it has raisins in it, but I love it now. But I've never made it before. It's a pretty time-consuming dish. No one really makes it except for the lady that you know down the street that makes and sells them for special occasions. But I've got lots of time right now, and so do a lot of you. So I'm gonna try it, and it'll be nice to make it at the same time as
Very tiny.
two people that I really love, and hopefully making it together and calling my mom about it will make us feel a little bit closer to each other, make this whole thing a little bit easier and more positive. So let's do it.
Okay, good luck. Thank you.
So today we're going to start with marinating the chicken. Normally that would be done with some garlic powder and salt and pepper and vinegar, but yesterday my husband was making us pisco sours.
Remember when Dean said that he accidentally put vinegar into the lime juice and a pisco for yesterday?
We're going to use that as a marinade.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't even know what my grandmother used, but it was some kind of acid.
It'll be fine.
I don't think we're going to need this whole thing, but I'm going to pour some of it into a bag. Whatever. All of it. Vinegar. I'm going to add, I don't know, some salt and pepper. I didn't measure it. It's going to be fine. And some garlic powder. Still not measuring it. I usually like to dry off any chicken pieces that I use. Of course, I've washed my hands about 1,000 times today, including just before this. So, and I'm just gonna plop them directly in that bag. So I'm about to put this in the fridge. This is about 2.5, maybe a little bit more pounds of chicken thighs with the bone in and the skin on. My abuela's original recipe calls for bone-in chicken breasts. I just think thighs braise better, they're more moist, so I almost always choose to take those instead. But every maybe hour or so, I would just kind of like squish it around a little bit, make sure that all the meat is touching the marinade. I'm gonna put this in the fridge for the next, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours. Okay, I forgot that we're gonna fry the chicken tonight because I don't want it to get too mushy in the marinade. So I'm just gonna fry it right now. It's gonna spit because it's all wet. There's a little bit of olive oil in here. That's my husband. You just want to brown it. It doesn't need to cook all the way through. It's going to cook more tomorrow. This is my cat. One of them. Hello. I'm going to keep frying this and throw it in the fridge. Clear the smoke out of the kitchen. And I'm going to save the fat in this pan to fry the vegetables tomorrow, saute the vegetables tomorrow, because chicken fat is really delicious. Ouch. You know what? I'll take it. Whoop. Okay, so I'm ready to make the filling. So I've gathered all the ingredients we need and pre-measured them. Of course, we have the chicken that we seared last night, and I've brought it out of the refrigerator a little while ago to bring it up to room temperature. We have onions and green pepper, diced pretty small. This is actually pureed, whole peeled Roma tomatoes. I always have cans of those The recipe calls for an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. Some raisins, tomato ketchup, orange juice. The recipe calls for dry white wine or cooking wine. I had red wine in my fridge, so we're just gonna go with that. I think it's gonna work. We have chopped up, jarred roasted red pepper and olives and capers, and a bay leaf, cumin and pepper in this bowl, and minced garlic. So I think we're ready to throw this together.
So this is green pepper, onion, and garlic.
Tells me to saute this for a little bit.
I'm gonna add in the rest of the filling.
Of course.
And now I'm supposed to also put the chicken back in. So let's do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna make the dough. Before you told me about how yours are usually thinner, I was thinking I was gonna do it. I have like it's about 9x13. It's like a big casserole.
Yeah, you could do that. The pies that we get or that we got in Miami growing up are almost always in like pie plates filled like this thick. They're like just packed. So everybody has their own style.
Maybe I will do that. Like dimensions wise, I don't know if I could roll a piece of dough big enough to go into a like half sheet pan. So, and also thinking about how to store it in my fridge.
I know. You don't have a chest freezer?
Okay, so I think it's time to take the chicken out of the braising liquid. It smells so good. So you just kind of want to shake it off. We're gonna shred it. Take the skin off, take the bone out, and shred it.
Okay. So I took the chicken out. The sauce seems like it needs to thicken a little bit, and so I wanted to show you.
Okay. You might want to just cook it down a little bit. Well, you know, it's a pie, but most likely it should be that the chicken looks really wet, but it's not sitting in liquid.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, thank you for your help.
Yeah, it smells great. I haven't exactly tasted it yet. Tastes great. All right, well then I guess that's it. It's simple.
Okay, cool. Good job. Good job.
Okay, so the chicken's a bit cool now, so I can handle it. So I'm just removing the skin and removing that central bone from the thigh. It should come, if you braised it long enough, the bone should come right out. You can do this with 2 forks, but honestly, I think it's a lot easier with just your hands. Just kind of tear it into strips. Remember, this is going into a pie, so you don't want huge chunks. Okay, this sauce has cooked down a little bit. It's a really nice consistency right now. I'm gonna see how thick it is when I add the chicken. See if it's thick enough to stay in a pie. I'm also warming it up a little bit again. You'll have to cool it down all the way before adding it to the pie. Look at that. Perfect. No runny liquid really. I think we're good. Dusting with flour. It's pretty greasy, but it's a lot easier to get off the mat if you dust pretty generously. And it's gonna get big, so dust the entire area. Looking forward to cleaning this up later. Now, this is not gonna be the right shape for your pan right away. So you'll tear off some pieces and move them around. It's okay. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. Ooh. Oh boy. Okay, let's start patching. You just need enough to fold the edges over. That banging in the background is My husband practicing his disc golf putts in the backyard. I have my filling in here now. I'm going to spread it out. It's a pretty thin layer, as you can see. My mom says this recipe is all about the crust. And I've cut my eggs into eighths. So I'm gonna do layer 4 at the top. I'm gonna roll the top crust out now. Okay, here we go. Woo! Oh boy. So now, cover up the patches, obviously. Just want enough on the edges to fold over and crimp. And I'm just gonna rough crimp with a fork. Nothing fancy here. I'm gonna brush this with an egg wash. It's just a beaten egg. That's it. I'll also do a heart. Not bad for first try. Let's get this in the oven.
Pastel de pollo. You look so good.
Bye. This one is ready. Yeah. It's nice and brown. I'm gonna let this cool off for almost 10 minutes probably to make sure the juices don't come out. And then we'll get into it.
So it's done. We're gonna cut it. I'm gonna try a bite. See if I'm transported to Miami. That's good.
Thanks for doing it.
I tried to say like Cece is my friend like 15 times. All right,
Good job.
Peace.
I did it. Thanks, Abuela, for the recipe. Bye.
Looks good. It's crusty. All right, well, normally you would eat this whole pie with your family and with some salad, and we don't have either right now, so we're just gonna eat it. My family is right here.